We're an independent news organisation with a long record of holding power to account and championing the voices of those less heard. We're really passionate about the climate emergency, about social justice, fairness, and social progress. Unlike many news organisations, we've kept our journalism open to our global audience. We haven't put up a paywall, as we believe everyone deserves access to quality journalism, especially at a time like now when factual, honest reporting is really critical.
He'd probably be better off asking other people that. I mean, I hope that we're a force for good. Well, maybe let me tell you this story, actually. Right at the outset, when we announced that we had certified, one thing I said, and I stand by, is that of all of the things that we do and work hard to achieve as an agency, this is the one thing that for me can't be a competitive advantage. And sadly, it is a competitive advantage as far as I'm concerned right now, but I don't want it to be. It's something that I want to work hard on to try and get the rest of the advertising industry to come on board with. And whether or not people have become a B Corp, I do think that us becoming a B Corp has helped drive the whole conversation within the advertising industry in terms of our impact on both the people and the communities around us, but also on sustainability on the planet. So I sort of feel that our impact is in making this an industry conversation, not something we're happy keeping to ourselves, and just because we're behaving in a certain way. That's not enough on its own. We have really chosen to use this as a way of galvanizing conversations outside of Habas and both within the advertising industry and actually beyond, to try and affect change. So that, I suppose, that would be my answer. I mean, I would also say I don't think we are a force for good every single day. We try, and some days we have a good day and some days we don't.
So how is Conspiracy of Love a force for good? Well, it's there in the work that we do with our clients. We advise some of the biggest companies on the planet in how to do everything from change their operational structure and impact. So one of our clients back in the early days was Nestle Waters, the world's biggest manufacturer of plastic water bottles and a frequent target of criticism. And we work with their incredible North American team with sustainability and corporate communications to help reframe a strategic business case that has enabled them to get board approval to change their processes. Nestle Waters North America is now one of the biggest purchasers of recycled plastic because of the work that we help them do, which has shifted the price of recycled plastic globally. It has committed to water stewardship across all of the water that it manages. And this came about directly as a result of the work we help them do. To give you another example, when we work with Mondelez, who's one of our favorite clients, we've helped their brands make significant commitments on everything from food insecurity and around the issue of food deserts with Triscuit, with making commitments to historical Black colleges through Sour Patch Kids, through partnering with Feeding America, with Ritz. And these total the millions of dollars that we've helped these companies figure out how to invest in solving some of the toughest social issues of our time. So that's what we do at Conspiracy. We help join the dots, make the case, and provide that strategic framework for companies to do more good.
Good Loop is a force for good because we harness the $600 billion media industry and we use it to fund amazing charities and NGOs around the world. We do that whilst increasing ad engagement and ultimately helping brands to really articulate the ROI of social impact.
Paco, we are led by a fantastic group of herbalists, and they create unique blends for each of our products that are designed to help people feel happier and healthier by drinking them, if they're teas, or by taking our supplements. And then if we move on from that, if we think of our packaging's been designed to try and be as respectful of Mother Nature as it possibly can be. That's why we use vegetable inks, which are printed on FSC certified cards. We have recyclable little envelopes where our tea bags live, and even the tea bags, which are fully compostable and plastic free, have an organic string on them. So we're confident that every stage is leaving as little waste and nothing that can't go back to nature. Lastly, when it comes to our advertising, we also try to have a positive impact through what we say. And that's why through our communications, we try to help people through sharing useful, interesting, informative tips, many of which are inspired by the well-being tradition of Ayurveda, and use that as a way to connect with people and be relevant by helping people to feel happier and healthier through what we say as well as through what we produce.
I think there are two really powerful elements behind the B Corp movement. One is that you can pursue profit and purpose at the same time. So being a commercial organisation doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your ethics to be successful. The other is the focus on demonstrating your impact. I think it's very easy for companies, particularly in the advertising and media industries, to talk about purpose and sustainability. But B Corp forces you to really demonstrate what you're doing and the tangible impact it's having, which is a great way to cut through the marketing hype.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could probably learn a couple of things. I think you could learn one thing about the industry itself, which is that that people that work within this industry want to work for companies who are concerned about things beyond just the bottom line. They want to be inspired to come and work for people that are interested in more than making money. And I think it's, you know, the B Corp stamp, if you like, is a good signifier that we're interested in more than that, and we are interested in more than that. And I see other agencies around town behaving in exactly the same way, whether they're a B Corp or not. I think really the B Corp thing has really just helped us structure our approach to it and probably educated us in how to make change faster. And I think that the industry could use B Corp maybe more than it is doing to learn, in the way we have. I also think, again, everybody knows this, but it's the success of B Corps in general, and the success, the financial performance of B Corps significantly outperforms the norms in any given category. And so I think it tells you that that brands that behave in this way are more commercially successful. And in doing that, I think it shows you that it's not a choice between whether you want to make money or do good, but actually you can be a profitable modern business and have a positive impact on the planet and the people and communities around you.
Well, I certainly think it's time for the advertising and media industries to take a long, hard look at themselves and really think about their role in the world. And I've talked about this and written about this many times. I believe that the creativity inherent in those industries should be harnessed in solving the problems of the world. For too long, it's been used to create things like advertising, which nobody wanted in their lives. And we've seen the rise of ad-free environments like Netflix or ad blocking on the rise. And so I think that everybody in the advertising and media industries would be far happier if people embraced their work and didn't try to avoid it. And I believe that they'd find a lot more fulfillment and happiness if they channeled their work into really thinking about the world as a canvas and the problems of the world as a place to use this incredible imagination and skill set to try and fix them. So I hope that they can learn from the spirit of the B Corps movement and kind of channel their forces, their work to be forces for good.
The advertising industry can learn so much from the B Corporation movement. Firstly, it can learn how to collaborate. We are stronger when we're together, and the B Corp community is such a powerful tool. We've been able to lean on other organizations within the community. We found so much value and expertise within that space, and we've been able to learn from each other and share resources. And I think the advertising industry often can feel really segmented and isolated. And when we collaborate, all boats rise.
I think the advertising and media industry could learn a lot from the B Corp movement, primarily because the B Corp movement recognizes the power that we have and we wield when we're making business decisions. And the fact that each of those is a way for us as an individual to have a positive impact on the world. I think the advertising and media industry could learn a lot in terms of changing that way of thinking and challenging the assumption that when we're at work, our sole objective is to maximize shareholder wealth and maximize our short-term profit. The B Corp movement is proof for me that companies are successful when they take more into account than the needs simply of their shareholders. Gone are the days when it is acceptable for a company or a person to profit by pillaging the planet or by exploiting people. So I think it's this perspective which the B Corp movement brings, which could be really beneficial to help us think instead, how can we maximize our social impact as a business? Because surely we want to live in a world where we put the needs of people and our planet before simply the short-term maximization of profits.